ACC Women's T20 uh, Asia Championship. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good work there, Jishuvan. Still, his heartbeat is through the roof. And I suspect it's much the same for a lot of the players on the park today. Massive stakes. You win and you play. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. That's down the leg side from Betty Chan. A quick single, but Winnie Dure-Singham. Ooh, has she missed out on a boundary?
Yep, there was a good try from her, but somehow the Hong Kong fielder did it much better, not allowing the ball to go for a boundary. Still, we are just looking at a couple of singles coming in the first 2 overs.
Turns that into a full toss. It's going into deep mid-wicket. And it's cut off quite easily. A strong throw in there from the deep. Betty Chan, the off-spinner, bowling the second over. That's played really well. Inside out over that fielder at cover, just a single. Alyssa Hubbard on that occasion doing the cleaning up. As we've seen throughout the tournament, Mariko Hill fielding at mid-off. Apologies, mid-on. And Alyssa Hubbard at mid-off. That's tossed up. Ooh, getting a thickish inside edge there. Straight to that fielder in the circle at mid-wicket. It's a 5-4 leg side field here for the off-spinner. Pushed into the offside, no run on offer. And that's the kicker here for Hong Kong, yet to concede a single boundary in this over. If you're just joining us, it's an 11-over-side contest. Hong Kong winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. Here we go. Tossed up, turns that into a full toss. She's got a good connection on that, but deep mid-wicket runs around and cuts that off. So there you go, end of the second over. Hong Kong yet to concede a boundary, but Malaysia, I beg your pardon, yet to lose a single wicket. A stalemate so far at the Kinrara Oval. Jishuvan, whose dugout would you rather be in?
Well, as we spoke before the match started, as being a Malaysian and sitting in the comp box, I think I would definitely go for a Malaysian team. So it's going to be interesting in the comp box today.
Fantastic. Tossed up yet again. Good movement of the feet, but it's just going to be a single. Didn't quite get that. In fact, they're going to come back for two. Good stuff here, Juan Julia. Malaysia, no shortage of intent so far in this innings. They just haven't been able to find the boundary. Early days still. Here we go. Skipper Carrie Chan, never easy to get her away. Tossed up. She plays that against the spin. That one landing between two fielders. Jishuvan, how close was that?
That was slightly close to the fielder, but luckily, it falls at no man's land. So it still keeps Winifred safe to play and lead the team, as always being the opener for the bat and the ball for the Malaysian women's team.
There we go. Cut away. Oh, a bit of a misfield there by that cover fieldsman. Work to do here for that deep cover, who does well, cuts that off. However, the batters, it looks like they're coming back for three in spite of that strong throw.
Yep, slightly slow in the outfield, but still a great effort from the both batters, Juan Julia and also Winifred, to take a couple of runs.
Mate, just check out all that support here for Malaysia. Around, I would say maybe close to 100 spectators in at the Kinrara Oval right now.
Yeah, this is the spirit of Malaysian. Doesn't matter the spot. And
there we go. That's a good shot. However, Shanzeen Shehzad takes that on the bounce. Good anticipation. Just a single.
Yep, as I was saying, doesn't matter the spot and whether it's male or female, the support is always there from Malaysians. So we are expecting to see a big match today between both these teams. Who is going to secure the place in the finals?
There we go. A little bit of bounce on that. Run out chance. A strong throw. A big appeal. The umpire thinks about it but says no. So a single to Winnie Durisingam. That one, interestingly, just bouncing on her a little bit. Here we go. Carrie Chan tosses it up. Look at that. Deceives Juan Julia in the flight.
Yep, kept Juan Julia in a confused state whether she should go for it or stay back and play a back foot shot. But nevertheless, Juan Julia still remains.
Here we go. 13 for 3. 13 for no loss. I beg your pardon. After 3 overs for Malaysia. Still looking for that first boundary. The important thing is they haven't lost a wicket yet. Masalisa and Elsa Hunter yet to come. And I'll just be interested to see what sort of total Malaysia are targeting right now. Jishuvan, if you're Malaysia, what target are you looking at?
Well, 11 over match and they are going for singles by the end of 3 overs, 13. I should say we are looking maybe about 70 to 80 runs by the end of 11 overs.
Yes, absolutely. There's a chance that 80 runs might be just slightly out of reach. They're going to have to go at 8.5 runs and over to get that magical score of 80. And we have a change in bowling. Player of the match from the last game, Mariam Bibi into the attack. There you go. That's cut away behind square on the offside. It's running down to the boundary. 3 fielders in pursuit. None of them will get there. First boundary to Malaysia. Those flags are flying. People are on their feet right now at the Kinrara Oval.
And that's the skipper of Malaysia, Winifred and Durisingam. And there you go. The first boundary coming from her bat.
Jishuvan. Jishuvan is absolutely ecstatic here in the comm box. I, on the other hand, will be remaining neutral.
Okay. Here comes the second ball from Mariam Bibi.
Driven! Could this be back-to-back boundaries? Work to do here for Shanzeen Shehzad. She comes around. Good work. And a strong throw as well, keeping the batters down to 2.
Yeah, the intention is good with the batters that they either go for the boundary or in between they go for more than a single. So good communication between both the batters, Winifred and also Juan Julia.
Absolutely. Shanzeen Shehzad so strong on that boundary rope. Mariam Bibi. That's pushed into the offside. Down to third man, in fact. Just a single. It's 20 for no loss. We're halfway through the 4th over. A reminder that we have an 11-a-side contest here at the Kinrara Oval. Malaysians breathing a sigh of relief that they're back on the field. Of course, a washout would see Hong Kong go through. The good news is we don't seem to have any rain on the horizon. Mariam Bibi. Oh, an inside edge. Is it going to fly down to the boundary? Oh,
yes, it is.
A despairing dive there by Yaz Daswani, unable to cut that off, the Hong Kong vice-captain. So 4 fortuitous runs for Malaysia, 24 for no loss. This has been a big over.
Yep, that's an unbelievable shot. I would say that going for a boundary for a second, it was too close, inside edge. Nevertheless, both the batters is looking on fire today.
And how quickly this momentum can shift as well.
Yep, definitely.
Oh, there you go. Just as we were saying. That momentum perhaps swinging back in favor of Hong Kong. A brilliant Yorker there from Mariam Bibi. Juan Julia playing all around that. Hong Kong with their first wicket. It's 24 for 1. 1 delivery left in the 4th.
Yep, as you were saying, Jay, if anything can happen in cricket. Cricket is a funny game. And with that wicket fall, a slight change for the Malaysian team after scoring 2 boundaries in this over. So as Juan Julia walks out back to the pavilion, we have Mas Elisa, the player number 93, walking into the center.
And Mas Elisa, one of Malaysia's finest players, walks to the crease right now. Some would say Malaysia's best player as well. It's up for debate when you've got players like Winnie Duray-Singham and Elsa Hunter in the lineup. Ooh, that top four for Malaysia in form as well. Winnie with 2 half-centuries so far in this tournament.
Yep, her previous match against Oman, she scored 73 runs. And we are waiting to see will she complete another half century in this match.
Tell you what, if Winnie gets that half-century in this game, Malaysia are going to be hot favorites to come up trumps. They've also got the home ground advantage. Winnie facing Mariam Bibi. Apologies, Mazalisa. A dot ball to close things out. A good end to the over from Mariam Bibi. An expensive one. 11 off it. And the wicket. 24 for no loss. Malaysia going at 6 runs and over.
As we can hear the singing from the crowd and the cheering saying, "Go Malaysia," with the clappings. It's good to see such a vibe in this ground, Kinrara Oval, Malaysia cricket.
It's also very interesting to see my co-commentator bobbing his head to that chant as well. Really enjoying some of the chants here from the crowd. As we have a change in bowling. Alyssa Hubbard comes in to bowl the 5th over for Hong Kong.
Feels so grateful to be back in the com box again after a long time. Last was the Commonwealth ICC Commonwealth qualifiers game. This year we had in Kinrara as well.
Here we go. That's Fuller. That's squeezed away past backward point. It's running down to the boundary. Yet another boundary for Malaysia. Well, look. The momentum is starting to shift. Malaysia in the driver's seat right now. Winnie Duray-Singham, look at her.
Yep, the skipper is taking the lead of the team and looking for the boundaries. She's quite focused in her game today, staying alert.
Hong Kong with so much work to do here to peg back Malaysia. A full toss down the ground, back-to-back boundaries for Winnie Duray-Singham. This one splits the gap between the bowler and Mariko Hill at mid-on. Jishuan with mid-on and mid-off up in the circle. You cannot afford to do that.
Yep, definitely, Jay. And I should say the Hong Kong bowler should look into that again. You cannot bowl such delivery to Winifred.
You know, it's interesting. If you told me before this tournament, Malaysia versus Hong Kong, Jay, who are you backing? I'd say Hong Kong any day. But Winnie Duray-Singham at the peak of her powers as a batter. She's been brilliant so far in this tournament. Looking for her 3rd successive boundary. I beg your pardon. Oh, a quick single. This could be a suicidal run. Oh, the umpire unmoved. Mazalisa. A good piece of backing up from the Malaysian number 3.
Yep, that running was, I wouldn't say it's a very smart call. It was very, very close of getting them run out. But yet, it's never wrong to take risk. Right, Jay?
Yes, absolutely. And it's an 11 overs aside contest. It's always an 11 aside contest in cricket. Jishuan being entertained by some of my minor blunders in the comm box. Here we go, 5-4 offside field. Slower ball there from Alyssa Hubbard. Well bowled and well played as well. Good adjustment there from Maz Elisa.
Yeah, that was a smart peeking by Mas Elisa to just push it away and taking a single.
No boundaries in the first 3 overs for Malaysia. Since then, they've absolutely exploded. Thanks to Winnie Duray-Singham, who's on strike. A play and a miss. Hong Kong breathing a sigh of relief. They need more dot balls. And Jish, I'm going to stick my neck out. I think if Malaysia can go at 7 runs and over, post a total of 77, with the scoreboard pressure on Hong Kong, I feel like Malaysia will be favorites.
Yep, looking at the way Winnie is playing today, I would say going above 80 is still possible. There you go. What a shot from Winifred. Going for a double there. Will they make it on time? Yes, comfortably took the 2 runs, Winifred and Mas Elisa. With that, completing 5 overs, 36 runs for Malaysia for the loss of one. I would actually sing together and clap, but it will disturb the call box.
Oh my word, another expensive over in the double digits. 11 off it. And like you said, Joshuan, 36 for 1 now after 5 overs, but close to the halfway point. And we should see, perhaps we'll see a change in bowling. Yes, we do. Ikra Sahar, the new bowler, into the attack.
Hong Kong is trying to come up with various type of strategies of giving a few overs slightly expensive. So they are trying to come up with new techniques. Let's see what Mariam, the new bowler, has got to do.
Oh no, that's on the legs and it's whipped away to deep fine leg, a single. Perhaps a little lucky to get away with that.
Yep, didn't connect well with the bat, but still safe enough to go for a single. So with that, we have Winifred back on strike.
Look at that, Winnie Singham nowadays. She's got a bit of a swagger about herself. Won the title as well with the Tornadoes at the Fairbreak Invitational. She took 7 wickets in that tournament. This time it's been guided away. A simple single. Square the wicket on the offside. They're looking for that second run. Ooh.
Oh,
And a direct hit as well.
Yep, that was good to not go for that call.
Look at that. Mariam Bibi on your screens right now. Player of the match in the last game against Kuwait. You could argue Hong Kong in that game getting out of jail courtesy of that 4-wicket haul from Mariam Bibi. But for now, it's Ikra Sahar. Oh, that's a good delivery. Full outside the off. Unable to do anything with that, Masalisa.
Yep, as you were saying, Mariam Bibi player of the match, taking 4 wicket against Kuwait before getting into the semi-finals. So playing a 11 overs a side match, it will definitely keep all the players alert because a single mistake might not give you the chance to get in the finals. So it's a very crucial moment for both the teams and the players.
You said it. So much at stake. Moves across her stumps. Oh, it looks like that was an edge on that Lemon Chung. Is that going to be a drop chance? Signal from the umpires. Buys. Interesting. So that's not going to be a drop catch, but a bonus run for Malaysia nonetheless. $39 for 1 now. 2 deliveries left in the 6th over. We're just past the halfway mark in this 11 overs a side game. That's guided away. Work to do here. Yazda Swani makes no mistake. She wants to effect the run out. A stronger throw might have had Winnie Singham in trouble. Look at the crowd. They know exactly how big this innings is for Winnie Singham. She's given her side a fantastic start.
Yep, looking at Winnie play when I'm getting goosebumps sitting in the com box here, looking at the way she's running super fast, not thinking of the big boundaries, but at the same time trying to complete both the runs that she goes for, either singles or doubles, and that's a play and a miss from Winifred.
Hong Kong breathing a sigh of relief. Finally, they get a dot ball, 41 for 1 after 6. Joshuan, if you're Hong Kong right now, how do you tie down the opposition?
Well, I would be looking in where is the strong side of the batsman, batter for women's actually. So I wouldn't be bowling in that line and length to give them easy boundaries and all that. Just bowl the tight lines to make sure that they just go for a singles or dot ball. Because previously, as we were seeing in the past couple of overs, a lot of loose ball and full toss was going in. That gave the room for Malaysian batters to go for the boundaries. So the Hong Kong side have to look into that, and Mariam Bibi is coming up to bowl again.
If she's too full, however, she could be hit down the ground. There we go. She gets that lowish full toss. That's okay. Not easy to get those low full tosses away. So get it there, get that Yorker in, and you are golden.
Yep, that's all Mariam Bibi has got to do. Don't have to think of so many things. Just keep yourself focused and go in one target and one direction, and you will get there.
And it's something she's done well throughout this tournament, especially against Bhutan and Kuwait. That one's down the leg side. Oof. Little bit off her line on that occasion, and she's punished.
Up to this moment, 6.2 overs and 43 runs for the loss of one Malaysia. Winifred and Duresingham, 26 runs scored so far from 20 balls, and Mas Elisa, 2 from 6.
Mariam Bibi. She's driven and she's taken at cover by Carrie Chan. An important wicket there for Hong Kong. They're not celebrating too much because they know there's still a lot of work to do in this contest. But the big news here is Winnie Duresingham will be walking back to the dugout. 26 off 21. Jishuan, a good innings.
Yep, so far good innings from Malaysia. I would say that scoring 43 runs by 6.1 overs. So it was a good effort from Winifred also, scoring 26 for the team. And I believe the rest that is waiting in the batting order line will come up to do something to deliver their best as of, this is a deciding match for them. So Malaysia has to give everything they have got today. Don't have to secure and keep anything inside. Just give your best and you have to go all out for today. This
Absolutely.
is the day for them.
And for those of you wondering about playing 11s, Malaysia's playing 11 really quick. Winnie Duresingham, Mas Elisa, Ariana Natasha, Sasha Azmi, Intan Jamahadayu, Nick Attila, Aina Hamiza, Aisha Elisa, Noor Dania, Juan Julia. And there you go. Oh, and Elsa Hunter, of course, who's walked to the crease right now at number 4. I knew I was missing someone,
Yep,
Jishuan.
I was just waiting with the list and seeing why is he not saying Elsa Hunter, the one who has walked in.
Here we go. BB to Hunter. That's worked away elegantly. And fine leg runs around, keeps that down to a single. Looks like, okay, my eyesight isn't that great. I can't really tell who that is. Jishuan, you're lucky. You're still young. Ah, there we go. Bella Poon. Fantastic work by the cameraman. Backing up his short-sighted colleague here in the comm box, Mariam Bibi. Oh, that's a top edge. Lucky once again, Mas Elisa. She's going to get 2, though. Good piece of running there. Third man. Bit of a misfield allows those batters to double up. So 46 for 2.
Yep, little missile from the Hong Kong. I believe they were just waiting and looking at the ball there. Meanwhile, the Malaysian batters have took another single. So, you just got to be aware of what's happening in the field and forget about what's happening outside. What matters is in the field and not out of the field. You just got to stay focused and play your game. That's about it.
Absolutely. And for Hong Kong, if they can take one more wicket right now, break this partnership. Oh, they're not going to break the partnership like that. Shot of the day. Mas Elisa absolutely nailed that over deep mid-wicket. Jishuan, talk us through that.
Yeah, and as you can see, viewers, that is a 6 from the bat of Mas Elisa. That's what she can do, the player 93. Look at the viewers there. And this is the first 6 that's coming in this match. And I'm feeling super great sitting in the comm box.
Mate, I'm going to call it right now. That was the best shot of the tournament.
Yep, definitely. I'm not going to deny that. What a shot from Mas Elisa.
Mate, I used to play shots like that in Cricket 07. That EA Sports game or Brian Lara Cricket. Oh my God. Sweet as candy. Here we go. Quick single attempt at Alyssa Hubbard. Oh, a direct hit. Probably would have seen Mas Elisa short of her crease.
Yep, a direct hit would give her a chance to maybe get Mas Elisa out. But I would say still keeping with that in that miss and still keeps Mas Elisa and Elsa Hunter continue their game. So 7 overs have been completed. Viewers, we have 53 runs scored by Malaysia for the loss of 2. And they have another 4 overs to go to put up a big target and make it difficult for Hong Kong to chase in the second innings.
Absolutely. 24 deliveries left. 6 of them will be bowled by Ikra Sahar. That's wide, squeezed away behind square for a single. But like we said, 23 deliveries now left in this innings. If Malaysia go at 7 runs and over, they're going to go over that magical 80-run mark we spoke of earlier in the broadcast. And you have to say, if Malaysia get there, they're going to be hot favorites. Scoreboard pressure will be on Hong Kong. Their batters not quite in form. Restricted to 90 against Kuwait. Those scars may remain for Hong Kong. That's been pulled away. Too deep mid-wicket. Tash Miles makes no mistake.
Yep, it's good to go for a single, and that was a good shot from Elsa Hunter. So 54 on the board, and we are looking for at least Malaysia to cross 80 runs by the end of 11 overs.
The encouraging news for anyone who's tuning in right now: the skies are relatively bright, and there's a little bit of sunshine on the field as well. So we hope to get a full 11-a-side contest. Smack down the ground. Ooh, Mariko Hill. That one just landing on the half volley. And she does well as actually to adjust and cut off that boundary.
Yep, about that shot, I think Masalisa was in double mindset. She stepped up a bit and then she moved back. So a slight confusion there, but with Mariko Hill not moving, getting in for the ball, still makes...
Oh, that's too full. That goes over Mariko Hill. She's going to have to chase this down, and she's not going to get there. So a boundary yet again for Masalisa, just as it looked like Hong Kong and Ikra Sahar were pulling things back. 6 off the first 4 deliveries in this over. Mariko Hill, after that shot, drops back to long on.
Yep, that doubted moment for Masalisa earlier to go for the shot or not, and then in the next ball she punished for a boundary. That's another miss by Masalisa. She didn't connect it well.
Yep, a valuable dot ball here for Hong Kong. Every single dot ball now. Absolute gold dust for the East Asian outfit. Hong Kong coming into this tournament fresh off that Fair Break Invitational. 12 of their players played in that. That squeezed down to Tash Miles at mid-wicket. Oh, brilliant running here from Malaysia. They pick up another 2 runs. 8 runs off that over. 61 for 2. Malaysia in the driver's seat.
Yep, and it's good to see them playing like this today. I would say I love the way they are running today. They are running really, really hard. They are top on mark on their fitness. And they are taking in concern of every ball. Every ball matters. And if we don't go for the boundary or the 6, at least we go for a single or a double. That's a good mindset for both the batters, Masalisa and also Elsa Hunter. They are aware of the situation of playing 11 overs aside. So 8 overs completed, 61 runs, and 2 wickets has been taken for Malaysia.
Absolutely. Mariko Hill now coming into the attack. You saw her just now in the frame. Mariko Hill, I wonder if she'll bowl the final 2 overs. One of Hong Kong's best ever players. A future Hall of Famer, no doubt. 26 years old, but you'd never guess. She has more than a decade worth of experience for Hong Kong. That's full. A slower delivery has outfoxed the batter. It's just going to be a single. Look at that. Yazda Aswani, a good throw there. Running back from mid-on. I'm just getting a little excited here in the comm box. So much energy here at the Kinrara Oval. We finally have some action.
Yeah, we all feel like, huge spirit in the comm box. Like we are pumped up to speak about the players, the bowlers, and the batters of what's going to happen next. Every ball just keeps us awake to see what's happening. And Mariko Hill has taken over this over.
Look at her. Mariko Hill, a competitor. That's back of a length. Oh no! That goes past a diving fine leg and is going to be a boundary.
There you go. There you go. Masalisa once again.
Interestingly, Elsa Hunter just giving Masalisa a bit of a massage there. I just wonder if there's something up with her shoulder, perhaps just injuring that while playing that shot. Masalisa, she's giving it everything, throwing the kitchen sink at every single delivery that she faces.
Very truly said, Jay. And with that boundary going, I believe Masalisa is ready for the next ball now. Here we go.
Pressure on Mariko Hill. That's wide. Good stuff there, just inside those wide ball parameters on the offside.
I'm still waiting for the sign from the umpire. He's not showing anything. So will that be a wide or not?
No, I think that was good bowling from Mariko, just within those parameters. And bowling to her field as well. She definitely has protection there down at third man. Moves across her stumps, Masalisa, bang into mid-wicket. Good stuff, Shanzeen Shehzad. Bit of a fumble. Oh no, the commentator's curse. I was just about praising Shanzeen Shehzad. I spoke too soon, Jashuvan.
Yep, exactly. I was thinking for a second, okay, the curtain is blocking here. Will that be another round out? But actually, we made it on time. So it's good running between Mas Elisa and Elsa Hunter. So 8.4 overs, 70 runs. Another 10 runs to reach the target that I said, 80 runs for Malaysia. Let's have a look.
Bang! Over mid-off. This one clears Elsa Hubbard but will not go to the boundary. In spite of that, another 2 runs here for Malaysia. Good throw in from the deep. Tash Miles. I think this is the best batting effort we've seen against Hong Kong's bowlers in the entire tournament. Hong Kong's bowlers, one of the strongest bowling units in the tournament so far. It's not easy to do this against them. They bowled out Kuwait for 60 runs. If you needed a reminder about that. It's been a different day for them. Here we go. Elsa Hubbard cleans up. And a very, very useful dot ball to close out the 9th over. It's 72 for 2 after 9. I think we need to update that score on your screen, that graphic. 72 for 2, Malaysia. They are going strong at 8 runs and over. This is a bit of a scary situation here for Hong Kong. Hong Kong fans at home, of course, will be optimistic with the likes of Mariko Hill, Tash Miles, Bella Poon, and Carrie Chan in that top 4.
Yep, we have another 12 deliveries to go to finish up the first innings. And Betty Chan has come up to bowl.
There we go. Very useful dot ball there to kick off the 10th over from Betty Chan.
Yep, the intention of Elsa Hunter to put that away, but she just totally missed it. And let's have a look what she's intend to do in the next ball.
Turns that into a full toss. It's going down to Tash Miles, who does well. So just a single there. And I think in terms of their outfielding and boundary riding, Hong Kong the best team in this tournament, without a doubt. The likes of Tash Miles, Ikra Sahar, Shanzeen Shehzad, so strong at the boundary rope. Mariam Bibi as well. Here we go, down the ground. Will that beat Elsa Hubbard? Yes, it does, but she gets a hand on that. So the batters, they're going to come back for 2. Good running and good fielding. Good cricket all round, Jashuvan.
Yep, good intention and good thinking by the batters. Continuously running. And I should say Mas Elisa has did the job really well. Continuing from where Winifred left it, she's got 26 from 20. And Mas Elisa has already scored 26 runs personally. So with that, good going for Malaysia.
That one goes down the ground this time. That's the good thing about Malaysia, scoring off every single delivery.
I think they would have, prepared themselves before walking into the boundary rope, saying that every ball matters. Keep saying that yourself, chanting that, and that's what they're doing in the field.
Here we go. Oh, a little wrong-footed. An optimistic appeal, but more importantly for Hong Kong, it's another dot ball in this over. No boundaries off this over and only 2 or 4 runs off it, I believe. Yeah, 4 runs off the over so far.
There you go. What a
too
shot
short
from
work
Elsa.
to do. Oh, no! It looked like the fielder had that covered, but that one just ricocheting off her knee and into the boundary. So another boundary here for Malaysia to close out the 10th over.
You saw the shot from Elsa Hunter, like a bullet. The ball is going all the way, and good dive from the Hong Kong fielder, but unfortunately still makes the ball to go past the boundary line. Went through her arms, and yep, it's a boundary for Elsa Hunter.
Impeccable technique as well. Onto that back foot so quickly, rolled the wrists on that ball. which makes it a more low-risk shot. But with those wrists, got a lot of power into the ball as well, Elsa Hunter. I've noticed that about her. Very supple wrists, Elsa Hunter. That's why she was chosen in that New South Wales under-19 squad announced a couple of weeks ago. Here we go, Carrie Chan, the skipper, with the responsibility to bowl the last over. She's muscled over that fielder at deep mid-wicket. Short mid-wicket, I beg your pardon. Here we go, 2 easy runs from Marcelisa. So boundaries and runs coming from both ends. Jishuvan, look at you. You are through the moon right now. You're loving this.
Yep. Coming back to the com box, and as we start earlier, I said that 11 overs we will cross 80, and we are at 80 now. So that's a good thing to see.
Smack Elsa Hubbard, Elisa Hubbard. I beg your pardon.
Don't mix up the names. So Malaysia has scored 81 now, and we are almost coming to an end for the first innings.
We're going to get confirmation on that score as well at the end of the innings. I feel like we're missing 2 runs here for Malaysia. Hong Kong fans, they're not going to matter. They're not going to mind if 2 runs are missing. And there you go, yet another double in this innings.
Superb, just brilliant. Looking at the Malaysian players, they're going for every ball, 2 runs. Superb. I mean, I'm still looking for words to say about the players.
Here we go, Carrie Chan.
There you go.
Down the track. Will that be taken? Brilliant. Shanzeen Shahzad settles under that. 3rd wicket down. It looks like Elsa Hunter's walking back to the dugout. More importantly for Hong Kong, it's a dot ball. Had she dropped that, it would have been 2 easy runs. So make no mistake, every single delivery counts. Intan Jamahadayu will be walking to the crease at number 5. You should see her in your screens any moment now.
Yep, round of applause for Elsa Hunter. She did a great job. She scored 10 runs from 8. And not forgetting, she played a very good role for Mas Elisa, being a good partner, rotating the strikes continuously, not piling up the dot balls. So it was good to see Elsa Hunter was able to communicate with Mas Elisa after the dismissal of Winifred. So these players have brought the team and putting up a good target for Malaysia.
100%. The way they've used their feet in this innings, the way they've moved laterally, I beg your pardon, across the crease. We saw that just now as well from Marcelisa. Carrie Chan, though, noticed Marcelisa was doing that, pulled out of her action. Look at that, trying to unsettle the bowler. That goes down the ground, work to do. Mariko Hill does well, good anticipation. Just a single.
Luckily of not moving her bat and her feet out of the crease, Marcelisa. So with that, I believe we have another 2 more delivery to go to finish up this first innings.
1 delivery, in fact. It's 84 for 3. We're going to stick to that score from now. If we need to update it, we'll update it later. But for now, Carrie Chan tosses it up, goes over Elisa Hubbard, just about. Malaysia, they're looking for 2. Look at that, Mariko Hill with a strong throw. Malaysia, you got to run for this. Will they get that 3rd run? No, they won't. So a run out to close things out. It's not going to matter too much because Malaysia have posted an imposing total of 86 for 3 after 11 overs. Jishuvan, whose dugout would you rather be in?
Like I said from the start, I came in for Malaysia and I'm going out for Malaysia also. No matter what happens, it's always Malaysia. And it's a good target. I'm proud of the team and good to see that they could put up a good total in for 11 overs, 86 runs for the loss of 3. So what do you think, Jay? Is it easy for Hong Kong to chase or it's going to be tough for the score?
I'm going to say what everyone is thinking right now. Hong Kong's hopes rest so heavily on the shoulders of Mariko Hill. That's not to say that she is the only batter capable of going at a high run rate for Hong Kong. They also, of course, have Bella Poon, Tash Miles, and Carrie Chan in that top 4. But a big thing for Hong Kong will be getting off to a very, very quick start, requiring pretty much in the region of 8 runs and over. It's never easy. And with these 11 over contests, you've got to get off to a strong start right from ball 1. Here we
Yep.
go. That score.
Every ball matters, and it's a do or die situation in the second innings for both the teams. So you have 11 overs, and that decides who's going to step into the finals against UAE tomorrow.
Absolutely. That's a good summary right there for Malaysia. Winnie Jure Singham, 26 off 21. Marcelisa, 33 off 24. Juan Julia and Elsa Hunter getting into double figures. Intan Jamahadayu, 2 useful runs there at the end. Malaysia, 86 for 4 after 11 overs. Pressure, pressure, pressure on Hong Kong. There you go. Malaysia, Malaysia. They've hit the ground running here. We're going to take a look at that bowling card soon enough. 5 extras there for Hong Kong. Disciplined, but expensive with the ball. 1 for 17 for Carrie Chan. 2 for 23 for Mariam Bibi. But she only bowled 2 overs for those figures. 11 runs in Ikra Sahar's 2 overs. 11 of Alyssa Hubbard's over. 9 off Mariko Hill's over. And Betty Chan keeping things tight. 11 in her 2 overs. So there you have it. Hong Kong unable to contain Malaysia. It doesn't mean they're out of the game by any stretch of the imagination. This is certainly not impossible. Malaysia with the advantage right now, but Hong Kong, they've got a chance. It's the innings break here at the Kinrara Oval. The news from the center is Hong Kong won the toss, decided to bowl first, Malaysia scoring 86 for 4. I'm one of your 2 commentators for this game, Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at jdansinghani. And of course, please follow the MCA, the ACC, and Crick Tracker across their social media feeds. My co-pilot today, Jishuvan. If people want to find you on social media, how do they do that?
Well, they can still search under my name, Jishuan. And when they open, in Facebook and Instagram, it will be me wearing a Malaysia cricket shirt and standing there in the field. So that would be my profile.
Fantastic. Well, do join us in around 5 minutes for Hong Kong's reply. They're chasing 87 to qualify for the Asia Cup. Welcome back to day 7 of the ACC Women's T20 Championship, the semi-final between Malaysia and Hong Kong. The news from the middle is Hong Kong won the toss, decided to bowl first, and things could not have gone much better for Malaysia. A total of 86 for 4. So much work to do here for the Hong Kong players. There we go. Not sure if you picked that up in the background, but a large shout of Hong Kong from that huddle. Malaysia's fielders are already out in the middle. And I know exactly who's opening for Hong Kong right now. I'm going to wait until those pictures are on your screen.
Yep, and I'm also waiting for the bowling side of Malaysia, and opening that will definitely be the skipper Winifred and Singham. She did very well with the bat. Lead the team. And now let's see what she's got to do with the ball.
You hit the nail on the head there, man. And for Hong Kong, it's Mariko Hill and the skipper, Carrie Chan, the left-hander, coming out to open the innings for the East Asian nation. Arguably Hong Kong's two best batters at the crease right now. And I like this. It's a bit of a fire and ice combination. Mariko, of course, Hong Kong's most dangerous hitter and arguably Hong Kong's best batter. Carrie Chan, on the other hand, known to maintain a very low dot ball percentage.
Yep, and speaking about Mariko Hill, just reminds me of something. I think half of the media crew here are a big fan of Mariko Hill. So if you're seeing back-to-back Mariko Hill in all her shots and her runs, it's definitely the fans of us.
It's because she's always in the action as well.
Yep.
A genuine all-rounder. She opens the batting. You know, she bowls most of her quota in every single game. She's always fielding there at mid-on or mid-off, down the leg side. Hong Kong are not going to mind this at all. Bonus runs here for the East Asian nation. Carrie Chan with her hands on her hips, perhaps contemplating the task in front of her. Hong Kong, we say right now that Malaysia are favorites, but that can change at the drop of a coin. One or two expensive overs and boom, Hong Kong will have the ascendancy. There you go, over the top. Where's that gone?
Oh,
Just about clearing mid-wicket there. They're going to come back for 2. We talked about that. Carrie Chan limits those dot balls. And a useful start here for Carrie Chan. First runs off the bat for Hong Kong. They're 3 for no loss after 1 legal delivery.
And that attempt there, I believe, was not taken by Dania Shuhada. Winifred created an opportunity there. And I believe more is coming up. So the fielders got to stay awake. As of the total is 87 for Hong Kong to win. You have done very well with the bat. And now the whole team has to be super alert. Stay awake.
Here we go. Juan Julia up to the stumps. Once again on the legs. And it looks like it's going to beat the fielder there at mid-wicket. First boundary for Hong Kong. They're off to a very good start here. Carrie Chan with that boundary. Hong Kong 7 for no loss. We're only 2 deliveries into this innings. Look at that on the Crick Tracker channel. We have 937 people watching. If you are tuned into this stream, spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your family that we have play here at the Kinrara Oval. Tell them the sun is beating down right now. Oh, there you go. That one on the leg stump. Carrie Chan perhaps missing out on that.
That gave me a feeling that would be the first breakthrough of Hong Kong. And I believe we are getting closer and closer. Winifred knows what to do next.
Yep, and that's a good call there, Jishuvan. Early pressure here on Winnie Singham. That one down the leg side. Could this be 5 wide? It's running down to deep fine leg. There you go. It crosses that rope. The Malaysian fans have gone quiet. 12 for no loss, Hong Kong. We're only halfway through the first over. Jishuvan, has the pendulum swung once again?
Yep, it's swinging away slightly. And Winifred has to correct that immediately because we cannot give such opportunity to Hong Kong. they would try to secure every possibilities to score against Malaysia.
Here we go. Winnie Dure Singham. There you go. Struggling once again to the left-hander. And we actually saw this at the ICC T20 World Cup Asia qualifier. Winnie Dure Singham taking 2 wickets in the first over against Hong Kong. It looked like she was on fire, but then the arrival of left-hander Carrie Chan at the crease just unsettled Winnie Dure Singham on that occasion. It's happening again today, 6 months later. There you go. Oh, a fortuitous inside edge. Good running there from Mariko Hill.
Slightly expensive today. Winifred starting off the first over with 14 runs.
If you're watching or listening on YouTube, we want to hear from you in that comment section. Whose dugout would you rather be in? And who's going to win this game?
In the coming up overs, they got to reduce the run rate, and also they got to go for more dot balls and look for the wickets. Malaysia cannot be giving too many runs in the first over.
Here we go. Looks like Singapore skipper Shafina Mahesh is tuned in to this stream. Shafina, I sure hope you are enjoying this contest between Malaysia and Hong Kong. And once again, congratulations on that tight win against Oman the other day. Fantastic result that for Singapore. But for now, it's Mariko Hill on strike to Winnie Dure Singham. Here we go. That's 2 full. And there's work to do here for long off. Cuts that off easily. Just a single. But the important thing for Hong Kong, a massive first over to kick off their innings. 15 for no loss after 1.
Can Malaysia slow things down for Hong Kong in the next over onwards? Let's have a look. First over slightly expensive from Winifred. Not the start that she wanted, but it's still okay. Nothing to be very sad, but you don't have to keep yourself low. You just got to build the momentum up and believe that anything can happen in the next over.
Jishuvan, your energy has changed a lot after those first 6 deliveries.
I believe, things will change after this, so it's okay. I still believe in them. Let's have a look and see what Dania Shuhada is going to do. A brilliant bowler.
There you go. That's whipped into square leg for a single. Oh, they're looking for 2. Are they going to get in? Oh, that's a big appeal. The umpire unmoved here.
As for Hong Kong, it's a good thing that they managed to complete the runs there. And both teams, as I said, they are giving their best in the field. It's a do or die situation to secure a place in the finals tomorrow. So Mariko Hill is back on strike to face Dania Shuhada.
Dania Shuhada, I beg your pardon, to Mariko Hill. That's wide outside the off stump. Exercise for the umpire. Bonus run for Hong Kong.
Yep, too many extras coming for Malaysia today. They got to cut down the extras. They're having slight difficulties with right hand and left hand batters.
Around the wicket this time. The off spinner. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Inside out over cover. When Mariko Hill hits it, it stays hit. First boundary of the innings for Mariko. That score now moving on to 22. And we're only 2 deliveries into the second over here.
A word from one Julia to Dania Shuhada to make things better.
There we go, the imposing presence of Mariko Hill and the calm presence of Carrie Chan at the non-striker's end. That's swept away. Will it beat fine leg? No, it doesn't. Just a single. Jishuvan, if you are Malaysia, how do you stop these runs?
I should say that using the spinner at this point, you should find out the strength and the weak side of the batters and with that, you should bowl in a tight spot to make sure the batters will make a mistake, because in the sixth delivery that we are giving, there will be one delivery that we might give a loose ball or a full toss or even a short length delivery, and with that, those deliveries, those batters will make a mistake, and you just got to know when to do that. Six different deliveries.
Down the track, she goes over the top. This could be a catching chance. No, it lands between deep mid wicket and Winnie Duresingham at long off. So two very lucky runs there for Carrie Chan.
What would you would like to say about that shot? Was that an easy catch, or it was just let it to be there by the Malaysian fielders?
I think that was luck on the part of Carrie Chan there. But the smart thing she did is going over the top in the power play. And she does it again. I don't think she's got all of it. Yet again, another catching chance. Oh no! Between three fielders this time. Intan Jamahadayu and Winnie Duresingham both running in.
Too many misfields coming up back to back from the Malaysian team, and opportunity have been created by Dania Shuhada. So they got to look into this. You cannot be having too many misfields and extras. You want to put up a good fight.
There we go, down the ground. Work to do here for long on. She gets around nicely, Marcelisa. Oh, they're looking for two. Oh, it's risky. There you go.
Wrong direction to throw by Danesh Shuhada. It's a total wrong direction.
Yes, perhaps Nurdania. A tighter throw, more accurate throw would have had Mariko at the striker's end in trouble. Nonetheless, Hong Kong, 28 for none, in command after 2 overs. Look at that. The viewer count on YouTube is increasing. We're getting closer and closer to 1,500 viewers. This is only on the Crick Tracker YouTube page, Crick Tracker's Facebook page, another option for you to view this game, as well as Women's Crick Zone. They will also be broadcasting this game.
Good to see the number of viewers are increasing in all the matches, and also all the viewers have been waiting to see this match, to acknowledge it and also to give their support via online. And with that, 2 overs have been completed, 28 runs for Hong Kong. They have started off very well, I should say, Hong Kong with the bat. Mariko Hill and also Carrie Chan.
That one just keeping a little low on Carrie Chan, but squeezes it out into the covers for a single. Both batters now into double figures. 10 off 6 for Mariko Hill, 11 off 7 for Carrie Chan, Hong Kong skipper. The left arm spinner was tight with the ball. She's been on fire so far with the bat. Runs and boundaries coming from both ends. A 5-4 offside field, Mariko Hill. Ooh, just plays under that. And amidst all that excitement, we forgot to tell you that Sasha Azmi, the off spinner, is the new bowler into the attack.
It's a good spot to bowl by Sasha Azmi. It would be better if she just maintained there. Keeping the strike is Mariko Hill. Going for a single. A tam for a run out. Malaysian team has got to do much more better to make things much more difficult and tight for the Hong Kong. 30 runs already on the scoreboard.
Yes, but only 2 runs off this over so far. That might turn into 6. Absolutely it does. Goes down to that extra cover boundary. 4 more for Carrie Chan. 4 more for Hong Kong. The runs continue to flow here at the Kinrara Oval.
Yep, and that's a great shot from Carrie Chan. And being very precise on that. And it's a boundary for her.
And make no mistake, viewers at home, this is an absolutely brilliant batting deck here at the Kinrara Oval. I have to say, even with that rain in the morning, that persistent rain, you have to give credit to the ground staff and the curator here at the Kinrara Oval. Coming over the wicket, Sasha Azmi. Bang! Same region, same result, back-to-back boundaries for Hong Kong and for Carrie Chan.
Another brilliant shot from Carrie Chen. Another boundary for her, and she has completely punished Sasha Azmi away for 2 boundaries back to back. Continuous misfield from the Malaysian team. They got to tidy up things.
Absolutely. And now for Hong Kong, that required rate is exactly 6 runs and over. 49 needed off 49 deliveries for Hong Kong. How quickly things change. Oh, she's bolder. Well done, Sasha Azmi. Comes back really, really well. Those stumps have been disturbed. Carrie Chan missing that one. And she's walking back to the dugout, but not before she's done some serious, serious damage.
Yep, Hong Kong still started off very well. 38 runs by 2.5 overs. And first 2 overs has been very expensive for the Malaysian side. Too many extras and boundaries. So finally, Sasha Azmi managed to make a change to turn the table around and taking the wicket of Carrie Chan.
The new batter at the crease on your screens, Tash Miles. Hong Kong's regular number 3 walking in at number 3 yet again. And if you're Hong Kong at this point, at least in my opinion, it's okay if only maybe 5 or 6 runs come off the next 2 overs. Just don't lose another quick wicket. You only need 49 of 48.
A crucial moment, 49 from 48. Even singles can do that. But will Hong Kong be able to complete that 48 sooner or later? Let's see. So with that, Dania Shuhada is coming up to bowl again.
There we go, Danya Shuhada. Oh, slows that up. That's a good piece of bowling, but Hong Kong still sneak through for a single. And that's a feature of these top 3 batters. Carrie Chan, Mariko Hill, of course, and Tash Miles. Great understanding between these 3 batters. We see it time and again, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, actually, a direct throw from the Malaysian side would be much better. Would give them a chance for a run out. So that's lacking from the Malaysian side. So as I said, fielding they got to do a bit more better. It's a good ball from Dania Shuhada, dot ball.
Like I said, it's a simple equation here for Hong Kong. 48 needed off 46 deliveries. Just a tad over 6 runs and over. It's okay to play out 1 or 2 overs. If you're Tash Miles, if you're Mariko Hill, you're more than capable of pushing up that run rate. There we go, tucked into the leg side. They run that first one hard. They're coming back for a second. There you go. That's brilliant from Mariko Hill. That's a loud appeal from the bowler. I'm not sure why they appealed.
It's a direct throw, but she was already in way longer. So there's nothing there to appeal to the umpire. But yet, should appreciate that throw from the fielder.
3 off the first 3 deliveries in the 4th over. We're out of the power play right now. There we go. Just waits on that, cuts that away. Unable to pierce that offside field.
At this moment, I believe the UAE and Nepal would be loving this weather. We would stand a chance to see them playing the second innings. Very unfortunate for them. So still keeps both this team, Malaysia and Hong Kong, to put on a show for today, to try their best.
Oh, here we go. Quick single, run out chance. Oh, umpire gives it. Massive wicket. Mariko Hill run out here at the Kinrara Oval. Malaysia are on top of the world right now. Two absolutely massive wickets in the space of 1 over for Malaysia. Carrie Chan gone. Mariko Hill gone. Hong Kong in a bit of trouble.
There you go, viewers. That's Malaysian team for you, and that's a good run out, directly through, and good work from the keeper. Fast hands to get Mariko Hill out. Earlier, when they had the direct throw, nothing was been done by the umpire. He was just not bothered about it. And this time, he had to raise the finger up.
This was completely different. Mariko Hill clearly short of her ground on that occasion. And perhaps the commentators' curse kicking in as well. We've talked about the understanding between Tash Miles, Mariko Hill, Carrie Chan, how they're so strong at running between the wickets, stealing those extra runs. But Jishuvan, when you require close to 6 runs and over, you don't need to take those risky singles.
Correct, very true. And as you said earlier, they can still comfortably play this game because Mariko Hill and Carrie Chan has come up with a great start in the first 3 overs, crossing 38 runs. So the Hong Kong batters has to look into this.
That's a good over from Danya Shahada. Just a single to close it out. 4 runs off the over. That was Shanzeen Shehzad picking up her first run.
Yep, amazing spell from Danya Shahada so far. This over she has done really well, and she has slowed things down for the Hong Kong.
Absolutely. In the last 7 deliveries, Hong Kong have lost 2 wickets and only scored 4 runs. On so many occasions today, the pendulum has swung. It seems like it's happening every 3 or 4 overs. Incredible, Jishuvan. What a game it's been so far. Hong Kong with that early advantage, keeping things tight in the power play. Not a single boundary in the power play for Malaysia. They hit back strong. They ended on 86 for 4. Hong Kong started so strong. 38 in the first 3 overs for them. That's pushed into long off for a single.
Yep, with the ball again is Sasha Azmi. She took a wicket off Carrie Chan, direct in the middle stump. So let's see what she's going to do in this over. Sasha Azmi coming up.
44 required of 41 deliveries for Hong Kong. Just build a partnership. Massive, massive gaps available there in front of the wicket on the leg side. There you go. Tash Miles. That's good stuff here. Jishuvan, what do you make of this field setting?
I would just say that at this moment, the Malaysian team, they are setting their field just based on the bowlers, and at the same time, they are trying to closen things up to go for a run out, and still we are in the power play in 4.1 overs.
It's a different field set for Shanzeen Shehzad. An extra fielder, Winnie Dure Singham, coming in at a shortish mid-wicket, trying to keep her on strike as much as possible. There we go, a useful dot ball here for Malaysia. This is a crucial period of play right now. Shanzeen Shehzad has not had a good tournament with the bat, walking in at number 4 today, of course.
Yep, having the fielding placements for 2 different batters, left hand and right hand variations, you must have that. You cannot be having the same type of field sets for every batters. And with that, another dot ball again for Sasha Azmi.
Yes, absolutely. Consecutive dot balls. She's going to want to close out this over. Shanzeen Shehzad, a bit of pressure on her. Bang! Oh, that one going just over the fielder there in the cover region. They're going to come back for 2. They're going to try. Oh, that one just hitting Shanzeen Shehzad. They're appealing for this one. No, it looks like the Malaysians have aborted that appeal. I tell you what, we could have an interesting situation because she changed the angle that she was running at. She was running straight down the wicket and then she changed her angle. Okay, this is a big moment, viewers. What are the umpires going to do? Okay. Tension continuing to build here.
What the umpires planning? Oh, bringing the medic in.
Oh, thank God for Hong Kong fans. They must be thinking, tell you what, Jishuvan. Okay, I'm going to stick my neck out there. According to the laws, even if it's not deliberate, if you change that angle that you're running at,
You're
it
at
is
fault.
technically obstructing the field.
Yes, you're not allowed to do so. You cannot be changing directions like that. But I think she have just been warned for the first time.
I just wonder. See, Jishuvan, there's a difference between what the law is and what the law should be, right? According to what the law is, I think Shanzeen Shehzad perhaps lucky to get away with that one. But all of you viewers at home, I want to see you hit up that comment section. Let me know. Am I being too harsh? Was that supposed to be out? Was Shanzeen Shehzad unlucky? Or am I just being way, way, way too harsh?
And to close up things for Sasha Azmi Ali, that was supposed to be a dot ball, and it went through the gaps of her legs, and Hong Kong just stand a chance to take a single, and we could hear the coaches are screaming her name to not let such things happen. So 5 overs have been completed. 47 runs have been scored by Hong Kong for the loss of 2, and another 6 overs to go. Can they make it? Can they chase down another 40 runs in 6 overs?
That's right, 40 off 36.
Nick Nur Attila, the new bowler.
Useful dot ball there for Nick Attila. 40 off 35. Shanzeen Shehzad, she's got a bit of a start. She's 5 off 7. Tash Miles at the other end, 3 off 5. Undefeated. Tash Miles, of course, the former Middlesex player, the experienced hand in this partnership. That goes through the legs of Tash Miles there at the non-striker's end. An agile bit of work. 39 off 34 now. The countdown has begun.
Second delivery from Nick Nur Attila goes for a single. Can she restrict the batters from scoring against her? Another 4 delivery to go for her in this over.
Bang through the offside. Has she found that gap? You better believe she has. It's running down to the boundary. It will be cut off. It looks like Masalisa there. A good piece of work. And they're going to come back for 3. So good stuff here from Tash Miles. Rocking onto that back foot. It didn't bounce too much. She adjusted well. Found the gap. 3 runs.
Yep. Both the fielders, Winifred and also Aina Hamiza, running super fast to stop that, but somehow Ariana Natasha managed to stop that ball from going to the boundary.
And 50 up for Hong Kong. They're 51 for 2. We're halfway through this innings. There you go, down the ground. This is a catching chance. Masalisa takes it. Brilliant. Malaysia, they're still alive. They're still in this game. Wickets continue to fall at regular intervals for Hong Kong. They're 3 down now. A drink running onto the field for Tash Miles. Shanzeen Shehzad walking back 6 off 9. She looked good in periods, but this is a huge moment in the game for Malaysia. A dot ball and a wicket. Shanzeen Shehzad just waiting there for Bella Poon.
Pressure building up for the Hong Kong batters, and as we speak, Mas Elisa is one of the best player in the Malaysian team, and if such a catch is going to her, she doesn't miss it. From all the matches that I've been seeing her playing and also being in the com box, Mas Elisa, one of the best fielders in the Malaysian team. So with that, they managed to slow things down for Hong Kong once again, and Nick Nur Attila is back in action with the ball.
And what a massive wicket there. The key wicket, of course, Tash Miles. She's still out there in the center. Hong Kong's a big 3, if you will. Tash Miles, Mariko Hill, Carrie Chan. Those last 2 names, they're sitting in the dugout. They cannot influence the result of this game. Tash Miles, however, she goes down the ground, work to do. Masalisa, look at that. In like an absolute live wire. The anticipation. I love it, Jishuvan.
She's a highly spirited woman, and she's always energetic and alert. and the confidence is really amazing. One of the best role models the Malaysian women has, with having Winifred and also Mas Elisa leading the team all the time.
35 now needed of 31 deliveries. Hong Kong. It's going to be Bella Poon on strike right now. That's cut away. Ooh, a bit of a bad bounce there, but the fielder adjusts really well. A dot ball to close out the sixth over. 52 for 3, Hong Kong.
Yep, the thing is that now we have completed 6 overs in every ball. You could see that, Jay, everyone is just silent for a moment to wait for the bowler to take the run up. Either she's walking or she's running. That few seconds silent, and then the impact comes with the bat, and everyone is like, okay, what's happening next? Is the ball going to the boundary, or it's going to be a wicket or a catch? So I believe both these teams are putting their life on the line to make sure they secure a spot in the finals tomorrow.
Here we go down the leg side. Will that be a wide delivery? No, it looks like it's come off the shirt of Tash Miles on that occasion. 35 of 29. You are so right, Jishuvan. You can cut the tension with a knife here at the Kinrara Oval. It's sunny. We're going to get a result here. We're going to get the full 11 over side game. Oh, a quick single. Dangerous, dangerous. A direct hit. Is that out? Oh, the umpire's unmoved. That was so incredibly close. Sasha Azmi on that occasion, a good bit of work there from the fielder.
Well done, Sasha Azmi, taking the ball and directly throwing it to the stumps. And I believe for that effort, she will get what she wants in the coming up of her delivery. 6.2 over, 53 for the loss of 3, Hong Kong.
Sasha Azmi, good spell. Got that big wicket of Carrie Chan. She's pulled things back really well. A dot ball now.
From the start, Sasha Azmi has been doing really well and keeping it very difficult for the batters. A tight bowling lineup. There you go. Another dot ball. Pressure building up for the Hong Kong batters. Facing her, Bella Bouye.
That's right, Bella Poon on strike. Some of these Cantonese names can get a little complicated. So that's all right. Oh, big shot attempted. Connects with absolutely nothing. 4 consecutive dot balls to start off Bella Poon's innings. Pressure now on the Hong Kong number 5. She's been opening the batting in the last couple of games. Not today. Carrie Chan came in, started with a bang. Malaysia have hit back. Oh, there we go. A duck for Bella Poon edges that onto leg stump. Malaysia are so happy. And so they should be. Bella Poon walks back for a 5-ball duck. Sasha Azmi, what a spell.
Yep, and as we speak in the com box, and Jay, if you remember earlier, I said for that effort that she put out taking the ball and direct hit to the stump, she will get paid for that again. She got the prize. Another wicket of Bella Poon.
This is huge from Sasha Azmi. One of the biggest games of her career. I would argue for Malaysia, for all 11 fielders out there, this might be the single biggest game of their career. Definitely close to being up there.
So viewers, put your comments down. Who do you think is going to be playing in the finals tomorrow against UAE? Is it going to be Malaysia or Hong Kong? Tune in to us and let us know. What do you think? What do you have in your mind?
My word, this pendulum has swung once again. I have to say it swung in favor of Malaysia. 35 when needed off 30 deliveries, but now it's 34 off 24 deliveries. Hong Kong, they've lost 4 wickets. Tash Miles, so much rests on her shoulders. Hong Kong need a boundary. They need a boundary right now. A play and a miss. A big appeal is given. That's the end of Tash Miles. Is that the end of Hong Kong's hopes? 34 needed off 23. Hong Kong have lost half their side. Malaysia, an absolutely fantastic comeback in the last 15 minutes. The home side, you can see those flags waving. People are up on their feet.
Yep, people are jumping up, standing on the chairs, and you can see the crowd making so much of noise. With another wicket fall off Hong Kong, Malaysia is back in the game.
Absolutely. How do Hong Kong come back from this? It's going to be incredibly, incredibly tough.
And making the magic happen for Malaysia is Nick Nur Attila and also Sasha Azmi, the spinners. So we have a new batter walking into the center. Mariam Bibi, always brilliant with the ball and putting up an exclusive performance. Recently taking play of the match against Kuwait, 4 wickets, and waiting to see what she could do with the bat.
Absolutely. Mariam Bibi has a reputation from being a big hitter. I beg your pardon, in Hong Kong domestic cricket circles. She's yet to fire with the bat in her T20I career, but she is capable of getting those big runs. 34 off 23. Bibi on strike. Down the ground. That's uppish. Just evades the left hand of that bowler. 33 off 22. Tension building here at the Kinrara Oval. Momentum with Malaysia. Yaz Daswani, Hong Kong vice captain, on strike. Yet to get off the mark. Yet to face a single delivery. Hong Kong, the boundaries have dried up. The wickets are falling like 10 pins at a bowling alley. 5 of those pins have already fallen. Here we go. Nick Attila keeping it tight. That's whipped off the legs. There we go. A single. The umpire. No signal from him. That's runs off the bat. Good stuff. Yaz Daswani and Mariam Bibi both off the mark right now. This is a absolutely massive partnership for Hong Kong. Not a lot of batting to come for them. Full toss, doesn't get all of it. She's going to get a single. And that's the important thing for Hong Kong. Even if you cannot get boundaries, pick up those singles. You get 4 singles and over, maybe 5 singles and over. Get that 1 boundary. You're getting 8, 9 runs and over. That is the required rate right now.
Nick Nur Attila still in action. It's a dot ball there. Again, good comeback for Nick Nur Attila.
There we go. $1 million dot ball there. Dot ball so priceless at this stage of the innings. Time running out here for Hong Kong. 20 deliveries left in the contest. They need 31 runs. How did it get like this? Just a while back, they needed 6 runs and over. There we go. Shoveled into the leg side. Yaz Daswani will pick up a single.
Yep, as you speak, Jay, that earlier they only needed about 6 runs per over. That was possible when Kerry Chan and also Mariko Hill was in action. I remember by the end of 3 overs, they were already at 38. For a second, I was like, oh, is this game going to finish by 6 or 7 overs? But the Malaysian team came and make a change when Sasha Azmi took the wicket of Kerry Chan, followed by the wicket fall of Mariko Hill and the balance 3 more batters.
In your opinion, Joshuan, was the turning point Kerry Chan's wicket or Mariko Hill's run out?
I would say the turning point was Kerry Chan's wicket because she was attacking at the start and Mariko Hill was playing a supporting role. And then the big damage was when the run out happened for Mariko Hill.
Here we go. 30 off 3 overs. A dot ball. This could be a run out. Yes, the umpire gives it out. 6 wickets down now for Hong Kong. They're falling like a pack of cards. Malaysia on the verge of Asia Cup qualification. 30 off 17 needed for Hong Kong. They only have 4 wickets in hand. Alyssa Hubbard, she's running out to the middle. But look at Malaysia celebrating, and so they should. It's been an absolutely fantastic, potentially historic comeback here for Malaysia.
Yep, knowing Malaysia is doing very well in the home ground, and too many wickets has come today from run out, has shown them, that aggressiveness in them, even after a couple of misfield in the first 3-4 overs, but they made a good comeback.
Look at that, close to 2,000 people tuning in at home as Alyssa Hubbard walks to the crease. And of course, we have more than 2,000 viewers. This is available on the Women's Crick Zone YouTube page, on Facebook for Crick Tracker as well, and on the official Crick Tracker website. Lots of people tuned in from all over the world. There we go. This one into the leg side. This could be another run-out chance. Look at that. Marcelisa, so athletic. I think she cut off an additional second run on that occasion. 29 off 16.
Yep. Marcelisa is out to bowl her first over. And Hong Kong, 57 runs for the loss of 6 in 8.1 over.
Look at this, Jishuvan. We are on the edge of our seats. So much drama. One of the best games of the tournament. Being saved right for the closing stages. That's a dot ball.
There
29 off 15 right now.
There you go. As we say, Marcelisa is back in action. She does superbly with the bat, ball, and also in the fielding. She's one of the best fielders. So
that's swept away. Work to do here for Fine Leg. She runs around. She cuts it off. 2 runs for Hong Kong. That 29 off 15 now becomes 27 off 14. If you're Hong Kong, you have to keep the faith. Anything can happen. An unforced error. Maybe a couple of wides down the leg side. Maybe a no ball. Maybe a free hit. Alyssa Hubbard, an important innings against Kuwait the other day. An undefeated 13. Getting Hong Kong up to an eventual winning score of 90. There we go. Slapped straight to Winnie Duray-Singham. A misfield. Hong Kong looking for the single. Ooh, Winnie. A direct hit. May have had Hubbard in trouble.
True. Truly speak, Jay, that show, if we would have been direct, it would cause another trouble for Hong Kong. Another run out could drop the whole momentum of the team. As of now, pressure is already building up. They are only at 60. They need another 27 runs to win this game. And at the same time, Malaysia has to restrict that.
There we go. 26, and now it's 25. Are we going to get overthrows? No, we aren't. Another important single there from Yaz Daswani. Malaysia are not going to mind. Hong Kong, after 9 overs, are 62 for 6.
So this second innings is also coming to an end. Both the teams have to keep in mind that a small mistake, could cause a big trouble for you. So with that, we have Winifred to come and bowl again in the 10th over.
Absolutely. Winnie struggling in that first over against Carrie Chan, the left-hander. 5 wides down the leg side, of course, to go with a boundary off the bat of Carrie Chan. 15 in that first over. Malaysia leaked 38 in the first 3 overs, but Sasha Azmi taking the big wicket of Carrie Chan off the last ball of the 3rd over, the turning point in this game. Wickets have fallen in a clump. Since then, there we go, thumped down the ground. Yaz Daswani will just get a single. It's 24 off 11. Malaysia, the hosts at the Kinrara Oval, the hot favourites.
Did you just see the slide that has been made by Mas Elisa running in super fast, just stopping the ball just before the boundary line and giving it back to Winifred?
Marcelisa, such a dangerous player. That massive 6 over mid-wicket in the first innings. It had to be the shot of the day, maybe the shot of the tournament. Alyssa Hubbard goes big, or tries to. Marcelisa yet again. Oh, she never makes a mistake. A big throw in. Oh no, Winnie. She juggles that, allows Hong Kong to cross through for the second. 22 now needed of 10. We're counting down the runs with every single delivery, because that's how big, that's how important, that's how crucial every single delivery is now in this game.
Yep, there was another opportunity again for a run out, and Winnie missed that. Let's have a look in the third delivery now. Oh,
there we go. It's just going to be a single, maybe a run out. Oh, Juan Julia, so close.
a direct show would be better. Malaysian fielders are lacking in direct show today. No loose deliveries and also no overthrows. It's going to keep yourself in trouble. You have done really well in the past 4-5 overs. So it's already towards the last moment. 65 Hong Kong for the loss of 6.
Down the ground, she hasn't gotten this. Are they looking for 2? Ah, 20. 20 runs needed now for Hong Kong off 8 deliveries. Things going from hard to even more difficult.
Yep. And the Malaysian flag is being waved by the supporters in the outfield. So it's a big moment for the Malaysian team. And we are in the semi-finals, Malaysia versus Hong Kong, who is going to secure their spot in the finals tomorrow.
Oh, that's a big appeal. There's no need to appeal. That's been bowled. Alyssa Hubbard now, the 7th wicket to fall for Hong Kong. 67 for 7. 7 deliveries left in this contest. Hong Kong, they still need 20 runs. Those Malaysian flags, like you were saying, Jishuvan, they continue to wave.
Yep, there is no makeup again. I mean, that's a better makeup again for Winifred after the miss of run out, and she got the wicket. And I think it wasn't so unnecessary for her to make that shot of reverse scoop, which is not really in an option for that delivery from Winifred. So it's not a very good day for Hong Kong. 7 wickets have fall already. Not really a good intention, I would say. Myself being that I wouldn't go for that reverse scoop in this moment.
It's one of those things, though. Malaysia were not giving Hong Kong a single inch. You had to manufacture a shot if you were Hong Kong, especially with 20 needed off 8. And now, 20 are needed off just 7 deliveries. Lemon Chung, the wicketkeeper batter, walking to the crease. And guess what? I think we might see another attempted scoop. It's a signature Lemon Chung shot. The lemon scoop. There we go. We called it. But it's going to be a dot ball to close out the 10th over. 67 for 7. Hong Kong, they need 20 runs and 6 deliveries. Hong Kong, so much to do for them. But Malaysia on the brink of creating history here. If they win, not only do they get into the final, more importantly, they qualify for that Asia Cup. Opponents such as India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Thailand, and of course the UAE, who qualified this morning after that washout. Absolutely massive stakes here. Winnie Duray-Singham, the captain, she's led from the front, started with an absolute bang with the bat. Masalisa, her partner in crime, bowling this last over. That is worked away to fine leg or run out chance. She misses. They're looking for a second. They're going to come back for it. Another throw at the striker's end. Hong Kong, they come back for 2, but they need boundaries. 18 off 5.
Cannot be giving opportunities an easy run like this for Hong Kong. In the last over, another 18 needed in 5 deliveries.
And there we go. Malaysian fans, a lot of them already celebrating. There we go. That's not going to be a boundary. It's going to be a run-out chance. Big appeal, not given. But 17 needed off 4. Boundaries. You don't just need a boundary at this point if you're Hong Kong. You need a maximum. Lemon Chung.
Yep, very true, Jay. Boundaries is not going to be helpful at this moment. You need a maximum. And that maximum would have been easy if Mariko Heel or Carrie Chan is still inside. And
look at that. Salman on your screens. So good throughout the tournament at getting the crowd excited. He's got a Malaysian flag in his hand. He is a true patriot. Worked so hard. Here we go. Masalisa. Oh, that's down the leg side. A free run here. That's left alone by Lemon Chung. Jishuvan, if you're Lemon Chung, do you leave that alone or do you try and sweep it away for 4?
I would definitely try to sweep that away, because if that goes for a boundary, it's an extra for me. And she just, happily to just leave that.
That's a swing and a miss. Make that 16 off 3. 2 6s and a 4 needed now for Hong Kong. Highly improbable this. Malaysia, they've got 1.5 feet in the final of the Asia Cup.
Yeah, Chiang did make an effort there to go for that wide delivery. So I think it's way more impossible for the Hong Kong.
Smashed into the offside. Cover. Winnie Duray-Singham, she's on the circle. She knows she needs nothing fancy. As long as there are no boundaries. And with that single, Hong Kong now require 15 off 2 deliveries. Malaysia with 1.5 feet in the final of the Asia Cup. 14 needed off 1. Malaysia. Oh, this could be a run out. And yes.
Mix up. That's a mix up. And I would say that with that, another 14 deliveries needed 14 runs needed. I beg your pardon. In one delivery, Malaysia, secure a spot in the final against UAE once again.
Absolutely. 14 needed off 1. At this point, we better stop counting. It's not going to happen. Malaysia, for all intents and purposes, are already in the Asia Cup. The final tomorrow, it's purely ceremonial. That big thing we were talking about before the game, getting into that Asia Cup, this is absolutely massive for Malaysia. 1 delivery left in this innings, formalities at this point. Malaysia have come back so strongly in this game. They look dead and buried when Hong Kong were 38 at the end of the 3-over power play in this a shortened 11 overs side contest. If you're just joining us, you're suffering major FOMO because Hong Kong won the toss. They chose to field first. Malaysia smashed their way to 87 for 4. It's going to be a winning total here for Malaysia.
Yep, and also a word from Marcelisa. She was telling when this tournament was going on, she was telling that Malaysia is going to be in the finals against UAE. And as she speak,
here we go, last delivery. That's pushed away into the offside. It's going to be a single. Malaysia! Malaysia! Storm onto the field. They are absolutely ecstatic. Look at that flag waving. The crowd, the players, ecstatic at this point. Look at this. Absolute scenes here at the Kinrara Oval. They all bow down. They kiss the surface. Emotions are running so high here for Malaysia. They're running towards the fans. They're running towards their family. Marcelisa leading the way, and justifiably so. She's been brilliant today, as has Winnie Dure-Singham, Sasha Azmi. So many of these Malaysians stepping up on one of the biggest days of their career. They receive hugs, embraces from emotional fans, family members. Historic scenes here at the Kinrara Oval. Emotional scenes as well. Malaysia will be qualifying for that Asia Cup, facing full member opposition. But our hearts go out to Hong Kong. They fought so hard, undefeated in this tournament until today. Malaysia, absolute scenes here at the Kinrara Oval. Look at that. Winnie Dure-Singham, great sportspersonship. She's shaking the hand of all these Hong Kong players. Head coach Saklan, look at that. He stops to congratulate Winnie. Ikra Sahar, look at this. More hugs. Lemon Chung is waiting there to shake the hand of Winnie Dure-Singham. Niaz Ali, Hong Kong's assistant coach, on your screens right now. More hugs, more kisses on the cheek. Look at that. More tears as well. This is an emotional moment for both teams. It's been a historic day at the Kinrara Oval. A dramatic day. A fantastic comeback here from Malaysia. Like we said, dead and buried. 38 for no loss Hong Kong. They only needed 49 off 48 to win this. And you have to... Oh my God. My hearts go out to Hong Kong. Carrie Chan, the skipper. She's like a rock. You cannot move Carrie Chan. But on this occasion at the Kinrara Oval, she gets emotional, wiping her tears away with her t-shirt. Hong Kong, they fought so hard in this ultra-competitive Asian region. But the headline act, Malaysia, they qualify for that Asia Cup. Look at that, bowing down, they've got that flag. So many Malaysian flags here at the Kinrara Oval. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing this broadcast to you. Joshuan, I am not going to forget this game anytime soon.
Yep, this is one of the biggest moments for Malaysia Cricket Association as well for the Malaysian team. They are stepping into the finals tomorrow. As Elisa speaks, she told her teammates, we are going to the finals against UAE. Right after the defeat against UAE when they had a couple of days back. So it's a second chance for them to win in the finals. Happy tears, emotional for the players. We can see here They are super happy. Nick Nur Attila, she did a great job in the middle, making a change for Malaysia, taking the wickets with Sasha Azmi and couple of runouts. It's a huge moment. We can see Mr. Dinesh Muthuraman, the Chief Operating Officer of Malaysia Cricket, is congratulating the players and celebrating them. So it's a huge moment in Malaysia cricket today. Malaysia and UAE have qualified for the finals of the ACC Women's T20 Championship 2022. Can have a look at the president of Malaysia Cricket, Mr. Iqbal Ali, is out in the field today.
Look at that, cartwheels as well from a young Malaysian fan. It just about sums up the mood here at the Kinrara Oval. But Nick Attila, wow, what scenes. Shedding a tear. Shedding more than just a tear. A very, very emotional, cathartic moment here for the Malaysian team. For Malaysian fans, they're still chanting here at the Kinrara Oval. And why wouldn't they? Look at this. Flag still waving. Those tears are still flowing. All the work that has gone in from this squad. They beat Kenya at the Commonwealth Games qualifier, and today, the biggest victory in the history of Malaysian women's cricket. Make no mistake, they've made it to the Asia Cup. They've beaten the favorites, the pre-match favorites, Hong Kong, in this game. Here we go. Songs and dances, smiles, hugs, tears. The batting card for Hong Kong, they started strong. 19 off 10 for Carrie Chan. 12 off 9 for Mariko Hill in a commanding power play. But that's when it all fell apart. Sasha Azmi getting Carrie Chan bowled. Tash Miles out for 8. Shanzeen Shehzad, 6 off 9. Bella Poon, a 5-ball duck for her. Yaz Daswani, 10 off 11. A little too late. She needed boundaries. She couldn't find them. Neither could the rest of Hong Kong's lineup. 74 for 8 in pursuit of 87. Hong Kong losing by 13 runs. And of course, that bowling card coming up in a second on your screens. 1 for 20 for Winnie Dure Singham. Dania Shuhada, none for 17 in her 2 overs. Oh, look at that. Sasha Azmi turned that game around. 2 for 16 in her 3 overs. Nick Attila, look at that. 2 for 9 in her 2 overs. Masalisa, not conceding a single boundary. 12 in her 2 overs at the depth. So there you have it. The result here at the Kinrara Oval. A massive result for Malaysia. They win by 12 runs and they qualify for the Asia Cup, where they will face India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. I'm one of your 2 commentators for the day, Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, you can follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. Follow the Malaysian Cricket Association. Follow ACC and Crick Tracker across social media. I'm going to run down for that presentation session, and I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of my co-pilot, Jishuvan, to close out this little segment of the broadcast.
So with that, we have come to an end of the semi-finals. The first semi-finals was won by UAE against Nepal, and we only managed to see the first innings. Before the second innings happened, it was a rain condition and match called off. Automatically a win by UAE, being the top of the table. And second match was 11 overs aside. Started off with Hong Kong won the toss and elected to field first. Malaysia went in and put up a score of 86 by the end of 11 overs and putting up a target of 87 to chase down. And Hong Kong came up in the second innings, only being able to chase 74 runs by the end of 11 overs, putting a huge victory, Malaysian women. So with that, we have come an end today, and shortly join us in the post presentation of today's match. See you again in the finals tomorrow. Stay tuned. This is Jishwan from the Combox. Bye-bye.
day 7 of the ACC Women's T20 Championship, the second of 2 semi-finals today. Malaysia with a historic victory where they progress to the Asia Cup, where they will face India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Thailand and the UAE. A quick summary of the game. Batting first, Malaysia scored 86 for 4. In reply, Hong Kong managed 74 for 8. A massive, historic 12-run victory for Malaysia. I want to kick off this broadcast by inviting the captain who finished second to please speak to me, Carrie Chan. If you could join me up here. Carrie, firstly, my commiserations on your loss. Malaysia, a very competitive team. You were, of course, unbeaten in this tournament up until now. I have to ask this question, but, what could you have done differently today to have emerged victorious?
To be honest, I think Malaysia played a very good game. They gave us a lot of pressure in the when we are fielding. So we also gave them quite many 2 runs. So if we can do better is we should cut down those 2 runs and then just let them to keep runs. Also, when we're batting, I think we need to free our hand because only 11 overs. But I think my team is try our best already. I'm really proud of them, and it's a really good game for Malaysia.
Absolutely. And one last question. Of course, in this tournament, you had someone like Mariam Bibi stepping up against Bhutan, stepping up against Kuwait. Just talk to us about the emergence of youngsters like Mariam Bibi and Ikra Sahar.
I think it is so good that we have them. It's our Hong Kong team future, and I think it's really proud of them. Every time when we need players to step out, the youngest can every time to step out for us. Yeah. And also it's very good to have them in the team because they always give up a lot of positive and it gives us a lot of energy. So really happy for it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for talking to me, and my commiserations yet again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And of course, I'd like to also speak to the winning captain, Winnie Duraisingam. Winnie, an absolutely historic day for the women's game in Malaysia. Is this the biggest day of your career?
Yeah, for me, this is the biggest day of my career, and also the girls, I think, they have gave me 200%. And coming into this tournament, we came in with confidence, and the girls proved to me what they can do. And with the talent, what they showed it in the center, and I'm really proud of the girls. And I would like to say also thank you to MCA for giving us this opportunity and trusting us and letting us participate in this ACC tournament. And also I would like to say thank you to ACC for also giving all of us, these 10 teams, this wonderful tournament to go ahead and play more women's cricket. So thank you.
Absolutely. And Winnie, of course, I feel like you already answered the next question I was going to ask you. But, in that power play from Hong Kong, 38 for no loss after 2.5 overs, what was your thinking at that point and your strategy as a team?
When we were going in, our target was 80 above, and we managed to do it because we started slow, but in the end we picked up, and the girls also went in and did their job as we wanted. So yeah, thank you to the girls. Well batted, Mas, Elsa, and the ones myself as well.
Absolutely. Well spoken, Winnie. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
I'd like to now introduce the president of the Malaysian Cricket Association, Mr. Iqbal, who will be presenting the Player of the Match award today. And of course, the nominees for Player of the Match. Our first nominee, Masalisa, 33 not out off 24 deliveries and a tight spell with the ball. Number 2, Nikatila, 2 for 9 in her 2 overs. Sasha Azmi, the off spinner as well, 2 for 16. But of course, there could only be one winner, and that winner is none other than Masalisa.
Mas, if you could just join me up here on this mic. Like I asked Winnie, an absolutely historic day for Malaysia. How are you feeling right now?
I very feel so excited, and I'm so proud with my teammate and MCA and our supporters also. I don't know what to say because I'm very excited.
That was gonna be my next question actually. What's it like, with the home support, playing at home with all the supporters who are in here today at the Kinrara Oval?
Yeah, I'm very thank you for all our supporters, our family, our MCA staff, because I think they not give 100%, but they give all up from first tournament until now. That's it.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna keep you any longer, Marcelisa. Go and enjoy with your team.
Thank you.
So there you have it from the presentation ceremony. Malaysia qualify for the Asia Cup.